Happy day, everyone! Welcome into the Equipment Room Exchange. My microphone is pointed, I just realized, in the wrong direction. We're gonna turn this towards me so you can hear me now, because as of right now, it's just me on the Equipment Room Exchange.
He lies. I'm here. I was hiding. I'm very sneaky, in case you were curious, Equipment Rumors.
We got you. Haha. Well, anyway,
Jacob.
happy day, because I don't know when you're watching this. Could be Wednesday, could be a Friday.
Could be.
Could
We're
be.
filming this on a Wednesday.
It's true.
So just so you know where we're at,
So,
Wednesday,
There you go.
October 8th.
hooray.
With that in mind, Jacob, I think we should start with a bit of a controversial topic. It's not on the agenda right now, but
Okay,
I think
well,
it needs
first,
to be
I think
discussed.
we also need to go. I'm going to do mine first. My name's Jacob Patterson. That's Tyler J. Tribodi. I don't know why I gave you. It's because, okay.
So I just dox me like that.
It's on your Instagram handle, and so all of a
Yes, that's
sudden I
true.
just thought of that, and I don't know why I needed to.
You've been looking at
felt
my
the need.
You've been looking at my Instagram?
Hey,
Jacob?
you know, I gotta
Stop it.
I gotta look at it every single time I put the lower third on. You know how it be. I don't know why I felt the need to include Tyler's middle initial there, but
It
that's
happens.
Tyler. I'm Jacob. That's the critical information I needed to go on. Tyler, what do you have that's not on the agenda? Because I'm really scared.
Really quickly, I think we need to talk about women. And the reason we need to talk about them is because it is October and it is officially Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I just want to very quickly shout out all of the incredibly strong and brave and powerful women out there in the communities that have battled breast and ovarian cancer and have beaten it, as well as to those who have lost their life to that terrible disease. We just want to take a second to honor all those people. So just, round of applause for them. Round of applause for them. That was all. You may continue now.
That's not where I thought that was going, based on some previous conversations.
Well,
that we've
that's
had.
different. This
But
is-
you know
listen,
what? We're gonna move on.
It's a topic near and dear to my heart.
That's fair.
My
Yes.
neighbor growing up, she's battled it 3 times. Shout out Patty, absolute beast. We love you, as well as some of my aunts and uncles and everything like that. So I just wanted to take a second, being that it is October.
Of course. Shout out Mrs. Otts, Trevor's mom. She passed away a few years ago to breast cancer. So I just wanted to shout her out real quick
Definitely
because
shout her out.
we love you, Mrs. Otts. You were the best. You're the best. So I wanted to shout her out, and everyone else who is dealing with any form of cancer. You are in our hearts, and you are strong, stronger than most anyone else can even imagine. So
100%.
keep going.
100%. We appreciate
keep
you.
pushing. All right. Now that's out of the way.
Let's get into it.
Ready for
I'm ready.
the newest, not newest segment, but it's one of the newest segments that we like to do to open up our shows. Chat. It's the life update, guys.
Oh, okay. I was like, we're really going into ChatGPT.
No.
questions already? All right.
No. That's for
Life
later.
update, Jake.
Life
Hit me. I'm
update.
ready.
Are you alive, Tyler?
Seem to be.
I think I am.
Not really sure how. We're keeping it pushing though.
Yeah, we'll see. We are alive, and who knows for how long? But at this very moment, we are alive.
Listen,
so,
every day above ground is a great day. Remember that. That's what
Yes.
they say.
All right. Well, that was.
That was a life update. I'm tired
life
though. I'll tell
update.
you that much.
I am
I've been
also
sleeping much recently,
very
but
tired.
we're keeping it pushing.
We're almost there.
We're almost
there
there.
to the weekend.
No, I need to get to like winter break. That's where we're rushing to right
that's
now.
Fair.
But we
fair.
keep it pushing
Okay.
because I'm still alive, just like the New York Yankees, baby. Alrighty, for those of you who don't know, since the last time we recorded, the New York Yankees have beaten the Boston Red Sox because they're a bunch of punks. L
There you go.
to Boston. However, we did go very quickly into a 0-2 hole to the Toronto Blue Jays. However, the Yankees came back last night from a 5-1 deficit. Second biggest deficit in Yankees postseason history, only behind the 1996 Game 4 World Series against the Braves. Came back down 5-1 6-1, 5-run deficit in an elimination game. Ended up winning it 9-6. Shout out Aaron Judge, the captain. Finally has a signature playoff moment.
There you go.
3-run home run in the bottom of the 4th inning to tie it up. And then Jazz Chisholm puts the Yankees ahead in the 6th with a solo shot. They tack on 2 more insurance runs before ultimately the bullpen shut it down to end the game. Jacob,
Heck yeah.
Would you like to walk us through the rest of the playoffs?
Sure. I'm going to investigate something really quick, just
What are
because
you
something's
investigating?
throwing me off. And okay,
What
okay.
might that be?
ESPN is just you know how ESPN was baseball. It's really just
Stupid.
throwing me off. All right. So the Yanks came back, took care because y'all lost game 1, right?
We lost game 1 and 2.
No, sorry, against Boston. Sorry.
Oh, yes.
Lost game 1 against Boston, came roaring back, beat the Sox. On the other side of the American League bracket, you had the duel of mid in the American League Central, as the Guardians were, I think, objectively not a very good baseball team. They just
No.
caught fire at the right point, and the Tigers just fell apart at the end, which is why the Guardians were able to come back and eventually win the AL Central title. Didn't matter, though. Detroit came in and took 2 out of 3 in Cleveland to advance to the divisional series. That series is ongoing now. They advanced to play the Seattle Mariners. That series is going on right now. Seattle, I believe, they split the first 2 in Seattle. They
Correct.
are now in Detroit. I believe the Mariners won last
That
night
is correct,
after a very long rain delay.
Offensive firepower output.
Yes, they won 8-4. They are currently playing right now. The Mariners going into the 3rd inning lead 1-0 for a potential elimination game of the Detroit Tigers. Like you said, Yanks, Blue Jays 2-1 series right there. Toronto leads it. What, game 4 today?
Game 4 is today. That'll be at 7:08 p.m. Eastern, I believe.
So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Might be 8 o'clock.
2
Eastern.
potential. The ALCS could be set today. As of recording
prefer
this.
it's not.
So, but we'll see. And the other side, something a little surprising and something not so surprising. The Padres once again failed to do anything in the postseason. They
Who
lost
could
to
have
the
predicted
Cubs. I
that?
know. Wow.
Cue the clip.
The Cubs advanced to move on to the Brewers, who are actually showcasing that they actually know how to win playoff games this postseason because they have struggled to do so in the past few years.
May I quickly point out,
Go
they're
ahead.
not only showing that they can win, they're beating the absolute living daylights out of the Cubs right now.
Yes.
So, sorry to all the Cubs fans out there, but it's not gone well for you guys so
Not
far in
gone
that
well.
divisional round.
They're switching the first 2 games were in Milwaukee. Brewers dominated both of those. They're now switching back to Wrigley for games 3 and a potential game 4 if it stretches there. But I think that was expected. Maybe not to the degree of which Milwaukee has played, but I think that was
Definitely.
expected. So they're playing one of the wild card teams. And the other side, the one that was confusing me a little bit because ESPN's graphics a little wonky. The Dodgers, 2 games in Philadelphia, 2 wins in Philadelphia. They get to come home and they just need to win one of the next 2 games to eliminate the Philadelphia Phillies at their own ballpark there in L.A.
I will say the second one they stole from the Phillies
Right.
in dramatic
Yes.
fashion. Great baseball plays all around the diamond by the Dodgers to take Game 2. Game 1, though, I believe they won pretty soundly, correct?
Let's see. Game 1, it was a 5-3. I think that's the one you're thinking about.
Yeah.
Was the great.
Didn't they
play.
win 4-3 in one of them? Or was it 5-3? Was that the final score?
Oh, maybe they're 2 very close games. It was
Yeah.
5-3 game 1, 4-3 game 2.
4-3
By apologies.
is the one I was talking about. That was defensive
Monday.
masterclass. It was a Trey Turner got beat to the bag by Miguel Rojas at third base. Really great play, really great hustle play by both players. But Dodgers up 2-0 going back to LA. It's a
LA.
bad spot to be for Philly.
Yes, I'm trying to see if I can figure out. I believe they play.
They should play tonight
They
along
play
with the Cubs
tonight
and the
at
Brewers.
8. It's Aaron Nola versus Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
So Dodgers are winning.
So we'll see how that ends up playing out.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto, truth be told, got off to a bit of a cold start in the MLB.
Yes.
Since then has been lights out. I mean, he was amazing for them last year in the postseason. He's been great for them this year. I really think that'll continue.
And where this will be, if Philadelphia loses this series, this will be now the 3rd straight postseason where they've been I believe a top 2 seed that has been upset at some point on the playoff run by a team that played in the wild card round. So that's kind of tragic for them.
The question you have to ask yourself is, does the manager there stick around for much longer?
I don't know.
Philly fans, and this is coming from somebody from New England, are not exactly the most patient people on earth.
No, they are not. So could potentially, I guess, all 4 series could potentially end today.
They could.
It's kind of
Potentially.
crazy.
Really hope they don't, but they
yeah,
could.
We'll see.
Big fan of baseball. Would like it to keep going.
My Astros are still in Cancun. At least some of them are.
Hey,
Maybe
yeah,
they are.
I was
I
about
don't
to say,
know.
I'm
Who
like,
knows?
one of them, according to this, is actually online. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there in a second.
Speaking of sports, though, let's go ahead. Let's talk about college football real quick. Oklahoma State University with a very, very bad loss to Arizona. Our own Zach Berger, who is not in the studio currently, he is in class like a good student, unlike me. Was there at the game covering it. Great opportunity. He said he had a great time outside of the game. I can't blame him because that game was awful. Jacob?
I did not watch it. I was at my grandfather's 80th birthday party on Saturday.
Shout out to your grandfather.
Happy birthday to him. It was a great
birthday.
time. The party was a great time. It was great to see all a bunch of family. But being that, so I did not watch any college football on Saturday. Well, I did not watch any college football from the 11 a.m. and 2:30 slots. I did watch some at the end, at the nightcap.
I knew he couldn't make
But,
it Saturday without any college football.
But
He's an addict, folks. He's an addict.
I may or may not be addicted to college football. That's okay. I did not watch that game. I kept an eye on it on my CBS Sports
Didn't
app.
miss much.
I did not miss much, and have not had any desire to go at least rewatch any part of it. I kind of wanted to, but I just haven't yet, and I don't know if I will because it was a terrible game, and the dominoes continue to fall.
There's no other way to put this. I, truth be told, could not find a positive.
Yeah, I mean, the offense had the same amount of points as the defense.
Correct.
Both had 6 points.
Correct.
Yeah, it was
bad.
What was it? 41-13?
Something like
God,
that.
it's even worse than I remember.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Really bad.
It was pretty bad. I turned it off around the third quarter just because the Yankees had started and I was done. I was like, I can't watch much more of this. And then the Yankees got drubbed that day too, so it was tough.
In other news, more guys jumping into the portal for Oklahoma State, most recently being their starting tight end, which I'm kind of disappointed in because I really thought Josh Ford is a very good tight end. But, you're not throwing him the football consistently, so you know what? I don't blame him.
Here's the other thing I'll say. Not only are you not throwing him the football consistently, OSU has never really been known for its for its tight end play. So I kind of was shocked he stayed as long as he did, if I'm being honest. Yeah. I think he had a pretty good relationship with Gundy, which is why I think he did. Yeah. But now obviously the portal opens after the coach gets fired. I'm not surprised he hopped in there.
I'm not either, and I have a feeling that more dominoes will continue to fall as the season progresses. Listen, and as the losing streak continues, that's now, I believe, 12 straight losses to
conference opponents.
No, 12 straight losses to Power 4 opponents, 11 straight losses in conference, and 13 straight losses against FBS opponents. So listen, that's a lot of double-digit losing streaks right there.
I made this joke to Jacob and Zach in the kitchen, or maybe it was you and Trevor. I don't remember. Yeah. But I said, I'm going to go ahead and just stick around OSU, get my master's degree, and go walk onto the team.
Honestly.
At this point.
I'm curious to see how many
left.
people. Yeah, I'm curious to see how many people you're going to have. Like, I'm curious what they're going to do with the tight end position because, like, Ford's gone. You're already dealing with significant injuries at that position. I believe you had 2 guys that have been out for most of the year. And what happens is another bad injury happens. All of a sudden, you can't use tight ends, which is going to be interesting. Oklahoma State still has a game this week to see if they can end their losing streak. They're not going to. They get to welcome the Houston Cougars to town. 11 a.m. kickoff, which I think that'll be, at least for me, because I like U of H. I like Houston. I root for them. It will be somewhat of a fun game, depending on who is doing good. So I'm excited for it. I will enjoy the game because it'll be the first time that I get to see like a Houston team in Stillwater. So that'll be kind of cool.
I'm just excited because I can go home and take a nap once the game's
That's
done.
True. It is 11 a.m. and we do have a pretty big college football slate afterwards. So we don't get to waste our time sitting there watching OSU lose horribly again.
We can go watch good college football.
Heck yeah. We will have to wait all day to watch bad OSU football next week because OSU has somehow got a night game for homecoming, as they're going to most likely be 1-5 at that point, hosting Cincinnati, who's good. They're solid.
It's pretty good.
I just don't know how they got a night game out of that. But you know what? I'll take it. That means I get to go to the game because I have to work all day on Saturday.
You know me. I love a good homecoming night game. So definitely working with that. However, that brings us into the rest of college football. And the rest of college football is an interesting landscape right now because it has been crazy.
Oh, boy.
Dominoes, like you said, Jacob, continue to fall not only with our team but with every other team around college football. Penn State suffered a massive loss. Yeah, I really don't know what else to say there. So we've got some things to decide. A lot of other teams also taking some losses. That means
ready?
it's time for us to do the
You
AP
ready?
poll.
He's
I
ready.
have not looked at anything. I have made sure I don't have college football news alerts on, so I don't know anything. So we're going into this blind, and I'm hoping I can do this quickly.
Yes.
Normally, most seasons, there's a little bit of a flow that I kind of get into as the season goes on. That has not been the case this season, so we're going to see if we can get
Okay,
this.
this will be fun.
Give me
This will be a
Ohio
fun
State
one.
number 1.
They are number 1.
Okay, give me Oregon number 2.
Nope, they are not number 2.
Dang it. Give me Miami number 2.
They are number 2 because they beat Florida State, I believe, in Tallahassee this weekend. Yeah, in Tallahassee
Florida
this
State's
weekend.
coming off loss to Virginia. But anyways,
Still, for Miami. I was talking about Miami. They beat Florida State in Tallahassee.
no, I know. I'm saying
Okay.
Florida State's not that good this year.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
They're decent, but
See,
I
they've
still
somehow
don't.
beat Bama.
I don't think Miami should be 2, but that's just
Okay.
me.
Well, they're number 2 now.
Oregon at 3.
Oregon is at 3.
Okay, I'll go ahead. I'll take Ole Miss at 4.
Ole Miss is at 4. They did not
Okay.
go anywhere.
Did they keep OU at 5?
They did not keep OU at 5.
Good. They don't deserve to be there. Let's see. 5 to me. To me, this is feeling like it could be an SEC team.
It is an SEC team.
Is this perhaps a Texas A&M?
This is Texas A&M,
There we
who
go.
had a dominant home night game victory over Mississippi State last week. They jumped up a spot. They're 5-0.
OU next then.
OU is next,
Okay,
who
still
they
too high for them.
absolutely beat the crap out of Kent State last week.
Shocking.
Shocker. That's arguably like one of the only teams that could be worse than Oklahoma State this year.
Yeah,
But they fell a spot for that, and that moves us to number 7.
To me, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say this is probably looking at maybe a. Oh, God. Bama's not this high yet. Georgia would be below
I
Bama.
will tell you, this team did not play last week.
They didn't play
They
last
did not
week?
play last week.
Is this an ACC team?
This is not an ACC team.
Is this a Big Ten team?
This is a Big Ten team.
Is this
This
why
team
am I
is
blanking?
undefeated.
Illinois. There we go.
No, it is not Illinois.
Oh my God, Indiana.
Yes, it's
You know
the
what
one
the thing
that
is-
beat
is
Illinois
I
by
went to
a
say
lot of points.
Indiana, and I was like, because I almost said Illinois, and then I said Illinois anyways. So love that.
Indiana's up to number 7. They did not play last week, but they moved up
Cool.
a spot.
Okay,
Number
I'll
8.
take- Oh, I want to say Bama. I know AP poll loves Bama. Let me go Bama.
This is Alabama at number
Okay,
8.
which means Georgia's 9.
Georgia's not 9.
Really? Okay, that's interesting.
For those keeping track at
9.
home, Alabama had a home victory over Vanderbilt. They stomped the Commodores last week.
Shocking.
So, let's see. This number
Feel
9
like
had
we
an
run notes on the
impressive
schedule.
road victory last week.
Texas Tech.
This is Texas
Okay,
Tech. They
Texas
went
Tech,
down
yeah.
to Houston and absolutely beat down.
So
UH.
10. Wait, hold up. So Texas Tech is at 9.
Yep.
Were they 9 last week?
No, they were not. They were 11 last week.
Interesting.
A
So they
whole
got-
bunch of teams move up a couple spots because
like,
a
some
couple
keep
teams
losing.
lost.
Okay, can I get
Uh,
Georgia at 10?
Georgia is at 10.
Okay,
I
take
don't
that.
know what did they. Let's see. What did they do last week? Did they play last week? They beat Kentucky. They beat the brakes off Kentucky.
Okay,
So,
so they're at 10. Penn State.
I just closed the rankings. Hooray.
That's so tough.
Okay, we'll come back.
Penn State would have fallen a lot farther than 11. Let me go.
Okay, yeah,
I
number
feel
11.
like there's an LSU sitting in here somewhere. Is this it?
This is LSU at number
Okay,
11. They
good
have
deal.
not. They did not play last week.
Shout
Sorry.
out,
They
okay.
moved up 2 spots.
12. Ooh. Is 12 a Big Ten team?
12 is not a Big Ten team.
Is 12 an SEC team?
12 is an SEC team.
Is 12
It's SEC.
Tennessee?
12 is Tennessee, who
Okay.
did not play last week and moved up 3 spots. 3 spots.
I
3
was about to say,
spots.
'cause they were 15.
Um,
Iowa State is going to drop a little bit, I feel. So they'll actually no, because everybody else lost. Is Iowa State 14?
You were at 13
Oh,
right
I'm at
now.
13?
But
Okay.
to answer your question, Iowa State is not 14.
Is Iowa State 13?
Iowa State is not 13.
Is this Big Ten?
13 is not a Big Ten school.
So it's an SEC.
It is not an SEC school.
It's ACC?
This is an ACC school who did not play last week and moved up.
Who in the ACC
4
is
spots.
ranked? It moved. Georgia Tech
This would be Georgia Tech, who moved up 4 spots.
at 13.
Yep.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. Okay, so Georgia Tech at 13. 14 is not Iowa State. That's because 14 is. No, they're not. Vanderbilt would have dropped, right?
You would be correct.
Okay,
Vanderbilt
good. I
would
just
have
needed to
dropped.
make sure. Okay. 14 then, is this an SEC school?
This is an SEC school.
Is this perhaps Texas?
This is not Texas. This SEC
Interesting.
school did not play last week, and they are undefeated.
Mizzou?
This is Missouri.
Interesting.
Did not
Okay.
play. They're number 14 in
Missouri
the
making
country.
their way up.
Number 15.
This is where I'll go ahead and take Iowa State.
This is not Iowa State.
Dang. Okay. So
This
they dropped.
school.
Oh, wait a minute.
This
Duh.
school did
Iowa
play.
State lost to Cincinnati, didn't they?
They did. They got rocked by Cincinnati.
I
for
remember
most of
because
that
I was
game.
making fun of them. I was calling them a poverty franchise because they
Yes.
are. All right,
This
good deal.
this school had a mildly impressive victory this past weekend.
SEC? No,
No.
Big Ten.
Yes.
Yeah. Is this Michigan?
This is Michigan.
Okay,
They
good deal.
beat Wisconsin by 2 touchdowns.
Good deal. Good deal.
Number 16. Cannot believe they're this high, but all right.
Cannot believe they're this high. They throw Virginia up there. Let me think. Big 12?
Nope.
Big 10?
No.
SEC?
No.
ACC?
No.
Okay, I just had to make sure. Is this Notre Dame?
This is Notre Dame,
That's terrible.
who is up to 16 at 3-2. They beat Boise State 28-7 last week.
That's disgusting.
Excuse me. And a 3-2 team is number 16 in the country. But that's just because everything behind them kind of makes sense as to why you don't want to put them above
No,
Notre Dame.
100%. Like, I get it, but that's disgusting. That's
Yes.
where we're at in this
All
college
right.
football season.
Next team.
17, right?
Yes, this is 17.
17.
They had an okay win last week.
Would this 17 possibly be another SEC team?
No,
Ooh, okay. Would this possibly be a Big Ten team?
it could.
Would this possibly be Illinois?
This is Illinois,
Okay.
who went to Purdue and beat them by a couple
See,
touchdowns.
this is about where Illinois needed to be the whole time. Anyways.
Yes. They're moved at 5 spots.
What do I got, 18 now?
Number 18.
Big 12?
This is a Big 12 school.
This is Iowa State.
This is not Iowa
And
State.
this is BYU.
This is BYU at
There we go,
undefeated.
BYU. Okay.
Let's
there we
see.
go,
They
BYU.
had a mildly impressive win over West Virginia last week. That was a very interesting game on Friday night.
West
It
Virginia's an
was
interesting
an
team.
interesting game, to say the least.
19?
Number 19. This team coming off of a victory. I believe it was at home. No, it was a road victory. It was that's a pretty impressive road victory in my opinion.
Big 10?
This is not a Big Ten. This school moved up 5 spots.
Is this another Big 12 team?
This is not another Big 12 team.
So it's SEC.
It is not an SEC school.
It's ACC?
It is an ACC school.
This is Virginia.
This is Virginia. Went on the road and won at Louisville, which in my opinion is impressive because Louisville always is the type of team that beats everyone that they're supposed to beat, but can never win the big game. If Miami comes to town or Clemson, they can never beat them, but they'll handle everyone else. And so I feel like going on the road and winning at Louisville is a mildly impressive.
Virginia's
victory.
stupid.
It's fair. All right, number 20.
Big 12.
This is not a Big 12 school.
Dang it. We're about where Vandy fell to?
Could be.
Vandy?
This is Vanderbilt.
Okay.
They lost to Alabama last week.
They did.
It drops 4 spots to number 20. That brings us to number 21.
Could this possibly be like an Arizona State?
Wow, you are on fire. This is Arizona State, who did not play last week. They moved up 4 spots.
So am I
because
at
of that.
22 then?
You are at 22.
Okay. This is about where I think Penn State and Texas will land. I just don't know in what order. I will... Okay, I'm on then. Which one is it, though? No, there's probably one more team, and then it's Penn State and Texas because you made a face. Okay, let me go... No, you know what? I'll go Penn State here.
This is not Penn State.
Okay, it's not Penn
We're at
State.
22, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're not. This is not Penn State. This is not Texas.
Dang. Okay, so it was one more team. Okay. What about... Is Memphis made its way to the rankings yet?
They might have.
Is this Memphis?
This is not Memphis.
Okay. Is this a Power 4?
Yes, this is a Power 4 school.
Is this a... I think I got all the SEC teams that are ranked outside of Texas. So if it's not Texas... Is this an SEC team that's not
No,
Texas? Okay.
It's
okay.
not an SEC team.
How many... Wait, there's only one more SEC team, right?
There are no more SEC teams.
Texas isn't ranked?
Texas is not ranked.
It's so tough for Texas. Dude, horns down at all times. Okay, all right. So Texas isn't ranked. So there's no more SEC teams. So what is there? 2 more Big Ten teams then?
There are no more Big Ten teams.
Penn State's not ranked
Nope.
either?
Nope. That's why I gave the look at the camera because you were like, they got to be here. I'm like, actually, they're not ranked at all.
That's crazy. Virginia's ranked, but Penn State and
Hey,
Texas
man,
aren't.
you
Can
don't.
you imagine? No, but can you imagine preseason? I come up to you and go, "Hey, Jacob."
I know.
6 weeks into the season.
Yeah.
Penn State, Texas, not ranked. But
They were
Virginia
preseason 1 and
is.
2, by the way.
I
Texas
know,
was
that's what
1,
I'm
Penn
like-
State was 2.
Dang.
Insane.
Okay.
And Clemson was 4, by the way. So that means 3 out of the 4
Clemson's
top 5.
Stupid too.
Yeah.
God.
So.
Wow. Okay.
3 out of the 4
Alrighty,
top
so
4 did not make it.
Wow.
Ranked
Okay. So
currently.
how?
All right.
One more Big 12 team then.
We are, one more Big 12.
Okay. Arizona's State's a Big 12 team, yeah.
We already
got
guessed them.
I'm sorry, Utah. Utah's a Big
Utah
12 team.
is not the Big 12 school.
Was it like TCU then?
It's not TCU.
Who am I missing? Let me think. Is it Baylor? Did they finally get some votes?
Did they get votes? I don't think they got votes.
Colorado? No, they lost. What am I saying?
You have said this team. You've guessed this team multiple times, but I haven't said yes to them yet. So
I've guessed this team multiple
Yeah.
times. Oh, it's Iowa State.
yeah, yes.
Pop
Iowa State's at
franchise.
22. They fell 8 spots after losing to Cincinnati
franchise.
on the road.
Okay, so 23, 24, 25.
Yes.
No more Big 12 teams.
No more Big 12.
No more SEC.
No more SEC.
No more Big 10.
Nope.
How many more ACCs?
One more.
One more ACC and then 2 Group of 5s.
Yes.
Dang. Okay. So one of them's Memphis, right?
One of them is potentially
Is
Memphis.
24 Memphis.
24 is not
Is
Memphis.
this Memphis?
This is Memphis,
Okay.
undefeated 6-0 Memphis, the first team to lock up bowl eligibility because you need to hit 6 wins in order to make a bowl game. So
Shout out Memphis.
they beat the living crap out of Tulsa last weekend.
Something I wish we could have done.
Really.
Okay.
24.
So I think this is the Big 10 team.
There are no more Big Ten teams.
I'm sorry. This is the ACC team. Which ACC team is it, though? That becomes the question. Florida State is not ranked anymore, correct?
You sure about that?
Is this Florida State?
It's not Florida State.
Oh, okay. Is 25 Florida State?
It could be.
You're such a punk. All right. Which Group of 5 conference is this?
They're in the American.
I don't know why I asked that. That didn't help me at all.
This team had a
Is this
rather
like-
large
gonna
victory
say-
last week.
rather large victory?
Yeah, they won 56-24 in a conference win.
Um,
There's a couple clues I can give. They can give it away, but I'm gonna hold off on those yet. See if you can figure it out.
see, Jacob knows that I don't know Group of 5 teams. And
This is a notable one. You'll know this one for sure.
okay, I'm trying to think. Like USF is an option because they were pretty good early on in the season. They were getting some vote. Is it USF?
It is South Florida. Yes, they beat the crap out of Charlotte. They are 4-1. I was gonna say they were previously ranked at some point, but I feel like that would have given them away.
definitely, yeah.
So
I was on the trail.
but they are ranked again, and then you already
25
guessed.
Florida State.
25 is Florida State, who dropped 7 spots. That Alabama victory is having them hold on for
that-
dear life.
That Alabama
That's gonna
victory
give them
is
life the
like
rest of the year.
Last button that's keeping them in there.
Do you want to guess who the first team out is? Who number 26 would be?
Is it Penn State?
It is not Penn State, and it's
Texas?
not Texas.
Is it UCLA?
It is not that.
I just had to make sure because these AP poll voters are out of their minds.
1 in 4 UCLA makes it.
Dude,
That'd been
you've
hilarious.
seen some of these AP polls. They're out of their minds.
Yes,
They're journalists. That's the problem.
it's fair.
They're not real people. That's coming from a journalist. I want that known. They're sports writers. Gosh, darn sports writers.
I will
go.
say, if the AP poll was expanded to like 30 teams, Texas would have been 27 and Penn State would have been 28. So I will
crazy.
say that they
That's
were
crazy.
on the outside. But there's a team that's 26. That's a little surprising. But I've kind of been on the like, hey, if this team can stay healthy. I haven't said this on camera before, but I've said it on the off season. If this team can stay healthy, they're a pretty solid team.
What conference?
Big 12.
Utah.
It is not
Cincinnati.
Utah. It is Cincinnati, who's
There we go.
right outside. So that's going to be a fun homecoming game.
That'd be yes.
But yes, they after, for most part, beating the crap out of Iowa State, are now number 26 and could be in the AP poll next week, which is kind of crazy to think
Love
about.
to see it. Love to
But
see it.
yeah, Penn State and Texas are the only 2 teams that dropped from the rankings
Good deal.
entirely.
That
So
is shocking. Not as shocking as AI sports videos, though. Jacob, you have a little bit of a segment kind of set up here. Do you want to get into
I
that?
do. So I've talked about this with several people, which is why I've wanted to bring this up. I think you've talked about this as well.
Chatted.
AI sports videos, i.e., there's these old highlights or clips or stuff that someone has clearly put an AI character over someone. So like the first one I have here is George Washington hitting an absolute nuke. It was a Yankees Red Sox game from like
It
the
was.
early 2000s.
It was.
And
I'm pretty sure it was the Veritech A-Rod game.
Okay. Whoever hit the monster home run in that game, they AI George Washington over it, and George Washington was the one that hit the home run, and that one was really funny.
And then it started playing with the dun, 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 dun,
Yes,
dun, dun.
yes.
That video was amazing.
That one was funny. There was also one that
Which
It had
dictator?
It had a German dictator that they had AI'd Patrick Mahomes into.
Which dictator? There's been plenty over
the
the history of them.
1940s, 30s and 40s dictator of Germany.
Would his first name perhaps be Adolf?
Yes. Yes, it was him, and it was like the clip of Mahomes walking onto the field and like doing warm up throws before they're about to start a drive at like the start of the game.
That's crazy.
Except it was like AI generated him to be like pasty white and had the not Mahomes' name was not on there, and it was Mr. Adolph's last name on there, and then there was an announcer VO on it that was pretty funny. So I sent that one to Avon because I was like, I don't know, I need to send this to someone, but I don't know who.
That's an Avon
I don't know who to
type reel right
I don't know who to send this to.
Type reel. So what's this third one?
Okay, so this third one's a little bit differently. This is one I have not I'm not on Facebook, but this is so much gaining so much notoriety. It's popping up on Twitter that some notable Astros accounts that I follow on Twitter are like finding this on Facebook and posting it and having to make comments about it. Pretty much there are these Astros accounts on Facebook that are just making up random stories about Jose Altuve and putting AI images on it. So like the one I saw the other day, this happened a couple times, but the one I saw the other day was it was talking about how like according to this guy, Jose Altuve was secretly paying this guy paying for this guy's rent for a year, and then just randomly surprised this dude's family with a house, and it was clearly just an AI photo of Altuve next to just this random generic AI people, and it's on Facebook, so you already know that like the boomers and stuff that are on Facebook are like, oh my gosh, this is my second baseman. This is such a great story.
I love this.
I've seen a couple of those about Altuve, about him doing stuff like that, and there was one a couple months ago that was like what was it? Was it like it was some business that apparently had like rejected Altuve or something, pretty much saying that this business was racist for rejecting Altuve or something, and that caught fire over on the internet on Facebook apparently, and it got over to Twitter, and Twitter was like, hey, this is very clearly all this is AI generated.
I know we talk about media literacy and everything like that a lot in this building, just because it's a media building and everything. But there's a lot of stuff out there that if you cannot tell it's AI or satire, you really need.
Like, there are some videos like
Why do I know where this is going?
Before we started recording here, I was scrolling through Instagram, and there was a video. It was like a Ring doorbell perspective of a lady and her cat trying to get inside before like a heavy windstorm or tornado came by, and it was an AI of the cat like flying away, and the lady started running after it, freaking out, and like that's AI, but it was like a realistic AI. Like okay. For a second, I believed it, and I was like, okay, no, that's clearly AI. Like, that stuff, I feel like, sometimes it's, okay, it's a little confusing. But there are other things, like the Altuve things are very clearly AI. Like, there's, like, the yellowish filter over it. Yep. The faces are clearly, like, not real. They look very much so animated and stuff, and I'm just like, guys, come on, what are we doing?
It just cracks me up.
It really is funny, but... Anyway, we've had several conversations about AI sports videos this week, so I was like, I feel like that's a good segment.
No, that's a solid one. That's a solid one. Now, speaking of AI, I believe it is time for Jacob's newest and most favorite segment.
Are you ready?
It's time for
the ChatGPT's questions of the week, where I have 10 AI generated questions in front of me that I'm going to ask Tyler, and we're going to see how this goes. So.
I'm just glad you didn't use the adjective it gave us last week.
Oh, yeah, no. What is it? Where did it go? It's fun but slightly squirmy ones. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. This one is a set of 10 quick-hitting, totally random, and outrageous conversation starters that sound spontaneous and funny on air.
I'm ready.
All right.
Put my game face on.
All right.
I just don't want to know where this is going already.
This one's good. This is good because it's so random. Okay. If humans shed their skin once a year like snakes, what would society do with all the leftover skin?
Quick side note, did you see that thing? It was popular on social media. It was like about maybe 6 months, a year ago, where women were telling their boyfriends and their husbands that after they finish their period, they like shed their skin.
Yeah.
You saw that, right?
I've heard about this. Yeah.
Where are these idiots that believed them? Because some of them were like, "Oh my god, I didn't know that, babe." It's like, have you never?
Some of them could be in this building.
I wouldn't be shocked. I'm sorry, that just reminded me of that. Where would we put the left?
What would we do with? I mean, I feel like you just burn it, maybe.
I'd probably just light it, just burn it, use it as kindling.
Anyway,
dead skin makes great fire starters. So
that's true.
I'd probably take mine and just turn it into I'd tie it around some matches to get a real quick fire starter going. But I also like camping, so I'd like fire starters. Anyways, go ahead.
Anyway, so yeah, that was an interesting
That's
one.
an interesting one. Okay.
If aliens landed tomorrow and challenged Earth to a dance battle, who's our representative? And we can do. Let's do two. You have two representatives. One is can be anyone on the planet.
Okay.
Currently living. So you can't be like Michael Jackson.
I was about to say I'm throwing MJ out
exactly.
there. He touched some kids, but that man can dance. All right.
Yep. You can't do him because he's not alive.
No,
you have to do someone. You have to be someone who's living, and I want you to also choose someone that's upstairs that you would also send out there.
Somebody up here in 317.
Or Free Riz.
Okay, it's not me. I'll tell you that much. I got moves if we're two-stepping, but if it's a dance battle, I'm probably out. I don't got rhythm like that. Mm-hmm. All time though, I don't know many dancers like that. I don't know. See, because the problem is you get those girls in high school who did dance who think they can dance. They're gingers usually, and they think that they can dance. And it's just because you did hip hop dance does not mean you can dance. They always look weird when they're dancing. I'm just throwing that out there. I knew a couple in high school. I just wanted to put that out there as just food for thought. So they're out. I just feel like. Are you good, Jake?
No, I just thought of something.
What?
Keep going.
Okay.
I'll tell you
so
what
I think
you're done.
They're out. I was gonna go MJ, but I can't go with him. Low key, I'd probably throw Tate McRae out there. I'm gonna be honest. Now we had a conversation about her up here in the lab a couple of days ago. How she's got linebacker shoulders.
All right.
Which is true, and I think that's going to help her out in the dance. But now, I'm not saying this is disrespect to Tate McRae. I personally am not a fan of hers, but I'm also not disrespecting. She's a talented individual. But she's got linebacker shoulders, which I think will really help her on a little shimmy and shake when she's going, because you got an alien right there. You got to hit a little shimmy shake right at him, and then she can hit her dance moves that she's known for. So, and I think that'll help distract him as well.
Okay. So, you brought up the people that can dance. We talked about this the other day. I forget where. But the dance routine for 9/11, do you remember?
Yes. For those who don't know, there is a high school whose dance team, cheerleaders?
Yeah, cheerleaders and dance team, whatever.
Dance team did a 9/11 tribute dance in which two groups made the two towers and two other groups put a girl up in the air and flew her across into the towers and then dropped them. And then they did the Pentagon as well as the Pennsylvania field crash as well.
They had an edit of George Bush's speech of it as well that was playing in the background.
Was insane. And those people need to be stopped. We're gonna keep moving
from
there.
Whenever you were the dancers who can't dance and stuff like that,
that's
exactly
what I went.
That's what went into my mind.
But all those girls were yeah, I'm on the dance team. I can dance.
No, you mimicked 9/11 for your dance routine. That's not dancing. That's just being insane.
So they're out. So I think I'll throw Tate McRae out there for current. Okay. Obviously all time I'm taking MJ. Just real quick. Who can listen. Can't stop the beat. Anyways, up here though, Landon Green comes to mind. That man can boogie. All right, that man can boogie. I would definitely throw him out there. A lot of people would be expecting me to pick Zach Berger. I'm actually not going to pick Zach Berger because Zach gets shy and embarrassed. And I think if the whole world was watching, I just don't think he'd bust a move the way we need him to. So I actually am going to throw Devin Bloomer out there. Devin, also, in case you were curious, not only has rhythm, he's got style and he can move.
Okay.
Also, you can't help but smile when Devin starts dancing.
Of course.
You're yeah.
Of course.
Devin, he's just got an infectious positive energy some days. That's why we love Devin. Also, because he's awesome.
Nice. I'm going to do, for mine, I'm going to move away from Tyler's and not do someone who's actually dancing or hip-hop pop stuff. I'm not going to do that entirely. I'm going to do someone who's already won a Dance-Off to Save the Universe before.
Oh, sorry.
No. I'm going to go with Chris Pratt because he won a dance battle to save the universe.
He lost that dance battle, though. He only won because they were just distracting Ronan.
Hey, it worked, though. and it saved the
Yeah.
universe. So you know what?
I
I'm
know.
sure
Possessed
Chris
power stone,
Pratt
though.
could lock in and
I
hit
think
me
he
with
could.
that.
Hey,
And
Chris, if you're listening, we believe in you.
we believe in you. I'm choosing you to go out there and save us from the aliens if they challenge us to an to a dance battle.
So true.
And then I'm just gonna go with Zach, just because
There you go.
Zach will hit a move, and I feel like he'd lock in if he needs to clutch up. If it's on,
Bergie, he'd hit a little
if the
shimmy.
aliens have the death laser on pointed at Earth,
Give me
Zach Berger.
There you go.
There you go.
Bergie B would hit a move. I know
There
he
you
can
go.
do it.
That's who I'm gonna go with for a dance
Alrighty.
off.
So
Let's
that's
see.
the alien dance battle. All right, what do you got next? I'm
let's
ready.
see.
I'm warmed up now. I'm ready. I'm rapid fire. I'm
Okay. Let's see. Okay. We got some good ones here.
Okay.
If everyone suddenly had to wear medieval armor
Yes.
for a week,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yep.
What-
Sorry.
what
That's on me.
what everyday task becomes impossible?
If they were in medieval armor?
Yes. Within reason, walking to class would become very difficult because now you got a whole bunch of metal weighing you down.
Well, for weaklings, sure. For those of us who are physically strong, like yourself, we'd be okay.
Okay. But I don't know,
Peak male
riding a
athleticism.
bike would become difficult. I feel like
it'd be pretty tough because those hips they don't move like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? I actually was going to say using the bathroom.
I was also about to say
because
that one too.
Unless they've got a little trap that I can just open, we got some problems.
It's gonna take a minute.
Right here in River City, especially if you had like Taco Bell the night before. Woof.
Taco Bell might go out of business for the sole purpose that you can't eat
if
that
you're wearing a suit of
anymore.
armor.
Exactly.
Anyways, what do you got next for me?
Let's see.
I'm ready. Ready.
If you had to live inside one store for the rest of your life, which store are you picking?
All right, so there's three schools of thought here.
Uh-huh.
There's the IKEA school of thought because they
Okay.
have the restaurant furniture and stuff like that, which I totally understand, but I totally disagree with because I'm not Swedish and I can't read anything, so that's out.
It's fair.
I also don't like Swedish meatballs. Hot take. Moving forward, that brings us to the Walmart / other grocery store.
Mhm.
Ideology, which is fair and I could get behind, and I totally respect that, and that's great. However, why stay in a Walmart? Well, I guess Walmart, Costco, like that kind of vibe. Why stay there, right? When I could go to a Target. And the reason I'm going to go to a Target is think about the demographic of people who shop at Target, okay? I'm just saying, I think I'd be okay. Because we're talking apocalypse type scenario, right?
I suppose.
So I'm not worried about any of them taking me out. Like if I go to a Walmart or a Costco, there's other preppers there that could get me. You know what I mean? I go to a Target, I'll be running that place. I'm not worried about it.
All right.
Those people don't have survival skills.
It's fair. It's fair. All right. We'll do one more.
Those are the same people who go and like pet a mountain lion because they think it's somebody's cat. Like I'm not worried. Saw a video today. This woman's like feeding a bear, and the guy's like, "You can't do that." And he goes, "She's like, this is Bart." I'm like, first off, shout out Bart. Secondly, zero survival skills on this lady.
No.
She's just feeding him ground beef. Like, all right.
I saw one or someone on Twitter that popped up on my feed was like had this that said I spent my lunch break picking up all these acorns and stuff because there's like a family of squirrels that lives in my favorite reading spot, and it was like, and then that was like 5 days ago, and then there was a retweet of that same person that was in all caps was like, "Do not do this." It's like, well, duh, they're gonna swarm you. Have you seen the video of the dude that feeds raccoons and they all come
flying out?
Oh,
There's like
my
100 of
gosh.
them. Yeah.
Anyway,
So yeah, that would be my thing. So that way I would up my survival chances, and also Target still has food and stuff like that, and they've got like stuff to do. So like I feel like I'd be chilling in there.
That's actually not a bad option.
Yeah.
All right, last one. I don't really. I guess the AI doesn't like cereal,
Right.
but it says, would cereal taste better if it was warm?
No, absolutely not. Oh my God, no. Can you imagine warm like cinnamon toast crunch? That sounds awful.
I feel like that's probably like the best one if it would be
I know,
warm.
that's why I'm starting there, because it only gets worse after that.
What about Fruit Loops warm? Ugh.
Frosted Flakes warm? Like, are you kidding me?
What are they?
Where's going with this?
What are they called? I love them. They're like the wheat cereal that's got like the frosting
Life?
on them. No.
Oh, Frosted Mini Wheats?
Yes. I feel like those would be okay.
This man goes, the wheat cereal that's got the frosting on them. Frosted Mini Wheats.
Sorry, I couldn't remember the name.
I can't. I love that. I apologize.
All right.
Continue.
All right. Well, I think we'll
That
put
wraps
that's
up our
five.
ChatGPT question of the week.
I think we'll
Jacob,
stop there.
Jacob, you might have just gotten yourself nominated because it's time for the ERE Chicken Nugget of the Week.
What do you think this is? Chicken nuggets? Hey, you munch donkey!
Jacob.
Yeah.
You're not actually nominated because we have somebody who has moved into the Chicken Nugget of the Week neighborhood and has refused to leave. She is still there. And this student, it's time for our fine update. This student, if my math is correct, actually, let me double check my math before I give this out.
I will say there are some people that are very curious as to who this is because
there is.
I was going over my spiel that I do whenever people are signing out equipment for the first time. And I'm like, hey, it's $25 per day late. And I am careful to say every time, hey, don't be like this person. There's someone who's got over $700 in fines because they haven't returned in their equipment since the end of August. And some other people that are in 317 heard it, and they were like, who is this? And I was like, it's someone you know. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Let it be known, Jacob and I do not reveal identities.
Nope.
We are not people like that. It is just known to us and our boss. However, this person, I've just checked the math, has officially accrued $900.
Is it 900 now? Is 900 dead even?
900 dead.
Okay, that makes sense.
On the dot.
It was at like
I think it was at like 7-something.
750, I think, 775, something like that.
It's been a couple days. So we were officially at 900 on the dot. Now, I will say a couple of weeks ago, I did say around $900 is probably about when I'd be like, hey, you need to check your equipment.
And it's curious, too, how we need to check, because there's a couple of people that have just dropped equipment off in 317 and it's just been there for a couple days.
Guess what? It's not my problem.
I know. I'm not going to waive the fine away if this person was one of the ones that did that. I do think it would be worth just looking at, to see if maybe.
Once again, equipment rumors. Jacob and I have gone through the equipment room, we've gone through the studio, and we've gone through 317 multiple times and have not found this camera. So it's not where it should be. It's not where it could have been dropped. We haven't done it in about a week now, so we'll go through it again just to make sure.
Yep.
And also, for those of you who believe us to be being unfair about this, I will also note that Jacob and I and Landon do have a policy and are incredibly fair of if you let us know that it's going to be a couple of days late, or if you're like, hey, I can't get there today, as long as you give us some advance notice, 99% of the time we're going to say, don't worry about the fine, just bring it in that next day.
Exactly.
However, when you don't say anything and you disappear and you're in classes still, and you don't show up with the equipment, then I don't have as much grace for you. You signed a contract that states that you're aware of the consequences of your actions. So
yes.
Your Chicken Nugget of the Week, Jacob.
Chicken Nugget of the Week is going to be some unknown person, because I don't know who did this, but it's a big week for upstairs because a lot of lower level classes are getting their projects started and kicked off. So there's a lot of people that are renting out equipment, whether it's photo cameras or video cameras for a variety of projects, or using the audio booths, because it's that time of the year where the big classes are all getting projects and having to get those done. And so the audio booths have been super busy this past week, and I've had to today for the most part. I think it was today. Was it yes? No, it was today. I had two of the audio booths. I had to go in and turn back on the mixer in the audio booths, i.e. the thing that controls all the audio that is never supposed to be turned off, because there's no reason to turn it off. And so my Chicken of the Week is the person who turned all of that stuff off, because why are you doing that? No one's telling you to do that. There's nowhere where it says to turn it off in there. Why are we turning these things off?
Tertiarily, none of them are taught how to turn it on or off. So they shouldn't.
There's no reason for you to go back there and turn it off anyway. I'm just like, why are we doing this? That's my Chicken of the Week.
We gotta start fighting people.
Stop turning off this thing. Stop messing with things you're not supposed to, and that's including the on-off switch.
So true.
All right.
True. Conversation of the week. Thank you, Graphic.
There we go.
Okay. Jacob, do you have a conversation of the week, or would you like me to nominate something?
I mean, you can nominate something. You weren't here for this though, but me, Landon, and Jared Barnes had a couple conversations this morning. You were a part of some of them, but one of them that you weren't for was where Landon and Jared were having an argument on where in this building would you hide if there was a zombie apocalypse and the zombies were after you. And Jared was arguing that it'd be better to hide in the audio booth.
Well, Jared was wrong.
Landon and I were arguing the studio.
That's correct.
Yes. Jared's argument was that it was closer to the it was closer to the escape route of the 317 window, which I'm like, there are doors in the studio that open outwards that you can get out to. But also that you just have one entry point to block off and to protect. And
But
yeah,
here's the thing: if you're defending the studio, you've got 2 doors that the zombies will have to get through, or whatever's the apocalyptic
Exactly.
thing is going to have to get through. Additionally, you've got all that space to stretch out. And then finally, if you got to make a quick escape, there's the big studio doors. You open one and you boom, you're out the
Yep.
building. Now it's a high
And-
drop, so I would recommend a rope, but
the
easy escape.
the specifics of this were that apparently you weren't important enough to need to get evacuated by military personnel in a helicopter. That was one of them, which we were like, I think it was Abby that was like, number one, why do you think you're important enough that you're going to get evacuated
Kind of valid, low key.
by a helicopter and special ops? But and then the other was that these were specifically World War Z zombies, which I was like, at that point, if you're stuck in this building, it's game over
about
with
to say,
those
I'm like,
zombies.
you're good.
No matter, there's nowhere you're gonna hide. And he was like, well, I see somewhere I can hide out a couple days. I'm like, you're not hiding out a couple days in the studio, especially from those type of zombies.
Also,
They would knock the building over.
World War Z zombies, I'm going to be honest, we're going to go ahead and end it.
Yeah.
I'm going to give myself something quick, something easy.
Exactly.
There's certain, like Walking Dead zombies, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Those
There are
things-
certain zombies where you can honestly just hide, like as long as you don't make loud noises and just stay usually in one area, you're not gonna like zombies wouldn't naturally wander in here unless they know you're in here for
Exactly.
those type of zombies. So like you could stay out here for a really long time if you're that, but if you're getting those zombies.
I've seen World War Z zombies crawl over a giant, like 100-foot wall. So
Exactly. That's what it was like. He was like, well, they can. First off, Landon was like, okay, how are they getting up to the 3rd floor to this point? He was like, well, they crawl around outside, and it's like they crawl up the walls and stuff. And I was like, well, the walls are the panels that you can push up in. It's like they're just trying to climb up the walls and get into the podcast booth you're in. But
It's true.
Jared didn't like that argument, so that was one of the conversations we had earlier this morning.
See, everybody always does zombie apocalypse wrong, and I'm going to tell you why. Because they always are like, oh, you need to find somewhere with supplies, you need to do this, blah, 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 blah. No. Here's what you're going to do. And this is why everybody always gets zombie apocalypses wrong.
Mhm.
Because they always stay on land.
Yes.
You're out of your mind if you're staying on land. That's the zombie's element, okay?
Mhm.
That's what the zombie wants you to do. You find a houseboat or just a large enough boat to sleep in out of the elements.
Mhm.
You take it over if it's being occupied, or you just, take it over. You get some supplies. You sail out into the ocean with some fishing, lures and stuff. You go find an island, and you just go chill there. And if the zombies get you on that island, you just get on
Yeah,
your
another
boat
one.
and you drive off. And the idea is you've been there doing some agriculture and stuff long enough. You've got supplies
Uh-huh.
to then go to the next island.
Problem with that is fuel.
Sailboat.
Okay.
As long as you got wind and then you've got an electric motor just to get you going.
All right.
Solar panels.
Okay. That's fair.
Listen. There's ways around this, people. You just got to be ingenious enough to do it. That's all.
Okay.
But that's why I feel everybody does zombie apocalypse wrong. Now, I can't blame them. They're in landlocked states for the most part here in Oklahoma.
That's true.
But coming from a coastal community, I'm getting on a boat and I'm getting out of there.
There you go. All right. Well, was there a specific conversation that you were going to nominate?
No, I was just going to come up with something that's been on the mind,
Okay.
but we
Do
don't have to talk about it. No, it's okay.
I was like, do you have one? I was like, I'm curious to talk about it. If you have one off the top of your head.
When we talk about apocalypses,
Okay.
I think certain apocalypses, you just got to kill yourself. I'm going to be honest.
Okay. That's
But I
fair.
think other apocalypses you could live through. Like Walking Dead apocalypse, I think you could live through pretty easily. I'm going to be honest. It would suck comparatively to normal life, but I think you'd be fine. Last of Us apocalypse? Absolutely not. Nope.
I haven't seen that one, so I know it's not fun.
I'm not getting
Tell you
turned into
that.
a mushroom. I'm going to tell you that much. I was going immediately.
It's fair.
But like, what's an apocalypse you'd be willing to live through versus one you wouldn't?
I don't know. I don't even know. I'm not one that thinks apocalypse very often. I don't know. I don't have great survival skills, so any apocalypse I'm probably not lasting super long in. So
See, the problem is a lot of people they die horrible deaths in apocalypse, and
I would always make sure. My one thing is I would always make sure there's an easy way out.
Jacob's keeping a revolver with one bullet on him at all
There
times.
you go. Like always, you gotta make sure.
Listen, it's a good thing to do. If in an apocalypse type scenario,
Exactly.
would you rather get pulled apart by zombies or just real quick one of those?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm not
done.
advocating for this
No,
stuff,
of course not.
but I'm saying in a
scenario.
world-ending scenario.
Yeah.
Something to
Yeah,
think about.
It's all that's that's my one requirement. That I'm always gonna have to just make sure I have that sort of way to do that.
And that's what these conversations of the week are about. They're about
There we go.
thinking. So with that, I believe that's all we've got on the agenda for today, Jacob.
Yes, I believe so.
Well then,
My good sir.
Equipment Rumors, thank you so much for tuning in this week. We appreciate you, and we will see you next time.
Woo!